Sorry. Tell me I'm struggling without telling me I'm struggling. I just almost cried when I opened the fridge and realized I had left myself. I had took out of the fridge yesterday a pizza for me to have today. My comfort food. Literally almost burst into tears. Probably maybe not the best thing to have when I already feel very emotional. I feel like it's been 2 very high-strung days. I tried to do this video with you guys yesterday, and it didn't work. Because I was walking home. Yesterday was a hard day. Blocks thrown at me, crates thrown at me. The apartment was out for ages. Kind of took apart my room a little bit. It's fine, whatever. It's not my fault that I don't have things in my room. My niece had court. Probably nothing's going to end up happening to her, but she's going to have all these stipulations and a curfew and all this stuff for the summer. Well, halfway through the summer, I guess, because they're still waiting on a court date, because I keep postponing it. But they've kind of said what's going to happen, and basically said that she's going to go to juvie if she ends up breaking any of these rules, which she doesn't like rules, so of course I will not be surprised when she breaks any of these rules, like being home at a certain time and not staying away from certain people and not going into certain shops. I also was trying to have a special time with my nieces and nephews, and they're not allowed to take day off. This is the only time I'm going to see them, so it kind of sucks that they can't take the day off school, even though it's the last day of term, and I really want them to. So I'm sad about that. I'm sad that I'm going to have to share them with not only my in-laws, but like friends and stuff as well. Feeling slightly overwhelmed about the idea of going on the train tomorrow and having to do 2 trains and a bus to get to the airport. Petrified. I'm going to leave the house at 11. That way I am there very early at the airport. My flight is at 6, I believe, and I don't have any carry-on to check in. So yeah, yesterday was a really bad day. I woke up this morning and I actually felt so confident and so like ready for the day, and I was walking to work and like had a lovely talk with my cousin, and then was listening to worship music and just like felt in my element, felt like I had a perp in my step, but like, you know, got a beautiful message from one of my friends about how inspiring I am and how like they can really see that I'm like super happy here, and despite the fact that work is so hard and all this kinds of stuff, and like beautiful things, you know. Somebody dropped me off a jacket from church. It was beautiful, to keep me warm for Christchurch, which is going to be freezing, and then, yeah, I thought today was going to be good. There was only like 1 or 2 meltdowns today. But we were able to make it so it wasn't like major. But it was hard work. And then, like, I only got an hour and a half of planning instead of 2 hours of planning. And so I worked through my lunch to do some planning. And then I ended up having to go off the floor or back on the floor because they wanted me to tidy up my room, even though I wasn't in there for 2 hours, because it was a mess. It was messy, but it wasn't as messy. Like, it was cleaner when I left. and then I got told that it was my fault and I needed to clean it up. Yet the people who were in there didn't wipe down any of the tables or anything from afternoon tea, and I wasn't even in there. So they acted like the whole mess was mine, but it wasn't. I had evidence, like I could see that there was other children in there while I was away, who had messed up their room. And so it was just really frustrating. I was so angry. It took me about 15-20 minutes to clean up the room. I was just so annoyed that I had to spend this time that I should be in planning cleaning up the room, because they're telling me that I need to do this, that, and the other, and go through stuff and all this kind of stuff, and I don't have any of it. And like, I don't have time to do any of it. Also annoyed, like I keep saying, hey, have you put something out to the parents to tell them that the rooms are going to split? Nothing's being done about that. And like, certain kids are supposed to stay in my room, but then Bevan doesn't, the guy that I work with, he doesn't want them to stay in my room. He wants to keep them all in his room. And it's just like, okay, so what's going to happen on a Friday when he's not there? And like, they can't just keep going back and forth between rooms, and like, parents are being like, where do we put the bags? And like, the communication that we said that we would do better is all of a sudden slipping through the cracks, and it's really making me angry. Because I think if the kids go in there, they just need to go in there. They don't need to transition in there into the space. They don't transition into any other space like that. They've spent enough time in there. They should just go in there. And yeah, they need a nappy change, and they need to figure out how he's going to navigate doing nappies. They need to figure out how they're going to navigate like anything, because on Monday when we did split, he was in there for 5 hours when he shouldn't have been, and Aiden had to keep coming and helping because I had a child who had a poopy nappy, so I needed someone to help me to do him because there wasn't enough little kids in the room next to me, and therefore there was no one in there to send a child through to get their nappy changed. So she had to come help me a few times with that, and then by the sounds of it, she had to help him a few times as well. And so like, it just did not work, because there's not enough staff to have 2 staff members in each room at the moment. So because that would be 2, 4, 6. There's not 8 staff every day, unfortunately, and they don't work all hours if there is even 8 staff. But there's not 8 staff. Majority of the time there's like 6 staff, but we only need like 3 or 4 staff. But to have all these different rooms open, it just doesn't work. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So funny. I was just talking to my friend and saying, like, I'm thinking about youth work, and she was like, you've been thinking about youth work for ages. You would be great at it. And I've had 2 or 3 people say to me now, people who know me for ages, people who don't, who have said youth work, that would be a perfect job for you. Like, such a nice career change, and you would be amazing at it. Like, it's like all the ducks are aligned, but I just don't know how to get into it. The other thing is, I have to do first aid and CPR, because my first aid and CPR are expired. But I don't know whether or not, like, there's this system here where you have to, like, drop down boxes and you have to say what you want to do. And there's, like, a first aid one, and then there's, like, a CPR one. And I'm like, which one do I pick? Because it seems like I can only pick one. And what are they doing at the center? Are they doing both? Are they doing one? Like, what in the heck is happening? I'm so confused what I'm doing. So I don't know what to pick. And I just found out I need to pay for it, which could be like $50 to $100, which I didn't know I had to pay for, which is kind of frustrating. And it's after hours. So it'll be really late. It's like a staff meeting, and there's already, yeah. So like, And I'm annoyed because I was at work today and nothing was mentioned about you're going to get an email soon or whatever, check your emails. And so I didn't check my emails till I was on the train, and it's actually due on Monday. And I don't get home until Sunday night, late at night. And now I don't know what to do. And my manager is like, I don't really know what to say. So tomorrow morning I'm going to have to like call the place and try to figure it out. But like, I don't even know what my student ID is. I don't even know why this goes through something that has to have student ID. It just seems weird. Yeah. So I'm stressed out. And I'm gonna have a pizza, and I'm gonna put on laundry, and I'm having a drink. And I'm gonna try to relax. And I need to do laundry. I need to finish packing. I like literally forgot that I had to take my passport. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, it's such a weird concept for me. Like, I just like I'm going to see family, and it doesn't feel like it should be in another country. Like, if that even makes sense. Like, I feel like it's in the same country. Anyways, that's what it is. Yesterday I did almost 19,000 steps. Yesterday I did do 19,000 steps. Today I've done 17,751, so I will probably do very close to 18,000 before I go to bed. Just because I need to do laundry and pack and stuff like that. But yeah, it has just been what I feel like very overwhelming couple days, and I'm not sure why. And I just feel like I also joined a dating site, which nothing has happened yet, but I have joined a Christian dating site. It is really cool when you go into the site. It brings up a scripture every time. No hits yet. But yeah, so I have joined that just to see. I've put the feelers out about daycares in the Gold Coast. I've put the feelers out about social work and social work and who to study from and all that kind of stuff. I am just so worried about what the hell is going to happen. I need to pay my mom's bills because now I have to pay my mom's bills again. Her money, I'm just divvying it out to where it needs to go. So I have to do that. Yeah. I just am feeling a wound up energy and hopefully just being away. And then I was annoyed because I said to my manager, I just need a break. I just need a holiday. And she's like, you're always going on a holiday. And I hate when they say that because I've had 2 days in March from work off. I've had 3 days in April from work off. I was entitled to those days. I'm entitled to the 2 days that I'm having off now. I'm entitled to the 1 day I'm having off in July. Like, I'm not taking 3 weeks at one point in time right now. I'm taking a day here and a day there, which is probably why it's exasperating because I haven't had April did seem to be a big break. It was like 10 days. But I was very busy for those 10 days, but it was only 3 days work because of the 2 days holiday. Or 3 days holiday. There was 3 days of holiday. 3 days off, 3 days holiday. So 6 working days, but I only had to lose payment of 3 working days for annual leave. But all time that I'm entitled to, I'm not taking time I'm not entitled to. So nothing makes me more frustrated than when managers say to you, you have a lot of time off, or you've had a lot of time off. Who cares how much time off I do? I work bloody hard. I've been there's only been one other person that has done as much overtime, and I haven't done as much overtime as her, I won't say that, but she has done way more than me. But I've done heaps of overtimes. I am like available at the drop of a freaking hat. Yes, you've had to pay for my Uber to be available at a drop of the hat, but I'm doing you a favor. Like, I don't need the extra money. The extra money is nice, but to work an extra 5 hours a fortnight, it's not something I really want to do. If I'm rostered for 70 hours a fortnight, I want to work 70 hours a fortnight because I am exhausted. And I've got a child who is either changing every 5 seconds and like just high strung because he's autistic, or I've got another child who is throwing things or tipping things or hitting other children or hitting me. That is why I need a break. Anyways, that is my rant. I'll show you this new stuff I'm putting in my hair. I'm trying to make my hair curly. I don't know if any of you guys even like it or see it or whatever. But when I went to the hairdresser, and it actually smells amazing. So this is I probably put this in way wrong, actually. So this is a leave-in moisturizer, which I'm putting in first. I actually need to put it in second. I can actually take it with me to Christchurch because it's over 100 mils. It's 150 mils. And this is 150 mils. So I can't take it to Christchurch which kind of sucks because it would be nice to put my hair. I don't think I have anything that I could put like the cream in. I did have, actually I might be able to. I might be able to figure it out. I do have, but it smells so good. It's a CPR brand, which just seems weird, but obviously I love the color. And I might actually get the hair shampoo and conditioner. I'm getting my hair colored in 2 weeks. Not this Saturday, obviously, because I'm in Christchurch, but the following Saturday, because I had it done since September. So I'm getting it done. This is Australia made. It's intense hydration and shine therapy, softens curls and reduces frizz with organic macadamia oil and kiwi protein. South America kiwi protein. It's actually just so like, it's not cotton candy, but it smells like similar to cotton candy, not as sweet, but still sweet. And then this is the defining curl cream, which is actually really hard to get out. I actually have to shake it first and then pump it out. And it's the same. But it's not heavy on my hair, which is really, really nice. And like, yeah, my hair just, like, it's not as frizz-free as I would like it to be. But this is also, like, I've had my hair done like this now since it's Wednesday. And I had my hair done on Friday. That's when I did my hair. Yeah, Friday I did my hair. And I haven't straightened it since Friday. So this is my hair after I washed it, or after I rinsed it. So I haven't washed it in a week. I'm trying not to. I have thought about washing it. I may wash it tomorrow. I do have little containers that I may be able to put some of this stuff in because I wouldn't be able to, but it's trying to figure out, like, making sure I know, like, what is in what container. Like, I have to put, like, a card or something on it to know. And then I'm like, ugh, do you really want to put it in a food container? Because that just seems yuck to put it in a food container. I have this little container, but I've only got one of those. I I've got one of these, but this is what I put my sauces in. I could put one in here. And I mean, it would work to do. And then I could have my hair curly the whole time I'm away. But I would just, because I don't eat very much. Like, that's probably loads. I would just have to mark it. Which I could do. This one is the hardest. I feel like I have to, like, this one's the hardest to get out. And I don't know why it's so hard to get out. So that's kind of annoying because I don't remember it being that hard when she was doing it. And it doesn't come out well at all. Like, it doesn't come out well. I just can't get it to come out well. And then what I do with it. Yeah. Anyways, I just realized this is really, really long, so that is enough for me. I am going to eat my pizza and go on with the rest of my evening. So, thanks for the yawn. Bye.